record on this computer. All right, very, very good. So we'll start at the top. Number one, I want to welcome you, acknowledge those of you that submitted your whys to your upline. Oh, we got you now, Steve. I got to tell you, you are a handsome man, and I mean that in the most heterosexual sense. Okay, the why was part of your assignment from the Saturday organizational meeting. Not everybody was there, but everybody got the word on it. The reason for that's real simple. It's important. It's all about the concepts in As a Man Thinketh. It's important to understand that what we're going to do is about 20% of the results you're going to get. Okay? The personal growth, the personal development, these are the kinds of things that are the magic of network marketing, because what it really means is you don't have to have particularly good talents, skill sets, whatever, to be successful. This is somewhat of a crash course. So if you're feeling a little, overwhelmed at times, good, you should be, because we don't have a lot of time. Folks, you don't have 2 years to get up to speed with ZJ. If you do, you're going to lose 80% of what you could have in the next 36 months. This is our window of opportunity. There's little windows of opportunity in every company. I forced the window of opportunity in 2008. Okay, be clear on that. That was not a window of opportunity. I mean, we were so dinky back then. Trust me, you don't want to have been back then. However, because of what I did in that first 36 months, when we had that window of opportunity, when we introduced, the weight management system, I had so much in place, my income almost doubled in 24 months without me doing anything. Okay? So, it took me 2 years in the first company to get everything in place. When I hit the second company, I hit $40,000 in total income in 90 days. That was a story that set my business up forever. But I want you to think about this for a minute. Back then, our gold pack order was $5,000. Imagine what kind of commissions you could make if you were enrolling, instead of 500 PV gold packs, you were enrolling $5,000. Okay, so that's not a duplicatable thing, but now let's change this around. What if you could make $700 your first 30 days, then make another, 15,000 in your second 1,500 in your second 30 days, and then make $2,200 in your third month. Okay, would that be the kind of story that would get the attention of your friends doing it part-time? Yes? Okay, see, that's ballpark equivalent numbers of what I'm talking about. So the why is the critical. It was, everything we're going to do has a purpose. The first assignment was to establish your why. And some of you, you were only required to send that to your upline leader that invited you to be part of this. Some of you were also, I invited you to share it with me if you felt comfortable. It wasn't a requirement. Several of you did. Every single one that I've read, okay, I was impressed with. They're the kinds of things that will keep you engaged long enough to create the success you're looking for. Okay? Now, you are also to have read the first 4 chapters of Don Falo's book, which clearly establishes, the difference between, retail sales, direct sales, what we do as a profession in network marketing, and then also should help you define the difference between what we do and, the proverbial pyramid scheme, right? You're also to have read the, or at least started to read the As a Man Thinketh. Let's make sure that gets completed as quickly as possible. And if you've all done that, you're all up to speed. Got a couple quick questions here. Hi, hello, hello, hello. Hi, guys. All right, so we got the questions out of the way. Now, the want to kind of establish the agenda for the 12 weeks. We have a specific purpose, and that is to create significant momentum or advancement, advance momentum in your business, and it must be sustainable. Okay? This is why I really don't care if somebody hits it out of the park and is focused on 10 grand a month in 90 days. Okay? With our compensation plan, frankly, that's not very realistic. It has to be sustainable, but the kind of thing where keep up a brisk pace for 36 months, and folks, you can call the shots the rest of your life. Okay? Absolute rest of your life. Darren, good to see you, sir. Let me do this real quick because I think I've got a few more people. I only needed to expand it a little bit. All right, very good. Now, we want to define goals. Here you need your note paper. I need you all to commit to writing your specific goals for the next 90 days. And this is part of what I call the Get Going meeting, the third step. I also want you to be defining your longer term goals. Now, when I'm saying longer term goals, I'm not talking about what's going to be at the end of the path, right? What I'm talking about is something that would be meaningful and justify putting in the the next 24 to 36 months to get there. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. And I'm having to change my thing here a little bit. I lost me.
We still see you.
Okay, as long as you can see me, I guess that's okay, huh?
Fred, I'm wondering if everyone can turn off their mics because there's an echo. It's distracting.
Oh, okay, yeah. Why don't we have everybody mute themselves, mute your microphone, and then you can just simply unmute yourself when the time comes, okay? And if you need to ask a question or whatever. So, oh, there I am. I'm back there again. Yeah, so what I'm looking for is the short-term and the long-term goals. This is part of the Get Going meeting. Some of you have been on a Get Going meeting or my concept of a Get Going meeting. I ask people to set long-term goals, okay? What do you want to accomplish with a Zija business? Some of you actually shared that with me in the emails that you sent on your why. But what you're looking for is headed to the bed. Okay, no worries. What you're looking for is a reasonable income that would justify your involvement. So, for instance, it might be $100,000 a year income. Okay, now it needs to be reasonable, tangible, and achievable. So I typically tell people, when we're making that long-term goal, look at, what are you accustomed to earning, and pick something that is reasonable within that. If you've never made more than $40,000 a year in your entire life, making $1 million a year is not a reasonable level of goal. Okay, because it violates the principle number one out of Think and Grow Rich. What the mind can conceive and believe can be achieved. Violates that, because the minute you say I'm going to make $1 million a year, the words come out of your mouth, they go back into your ears, your subconscious mind starts to sabotage that goal by saying, are you high? There's no way you can make $1 million a year. You've never made more than $40,000 a year in your entire life. You are crazy. That ain't ever going to happen. Okay, so what that long-term goal is has to be within reason, believable to the individual. So, for me, my goal when I hit Zija was to make $1 million a year. That's an acceptable goal for me. And already achieved, the $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 months in network marketing. Making an $80,000 a month, that was not an unreasonable, extrapolation. Okay, so all of you need to do that if you haven't done so already. What level of income is going to be acceptable for the efforts you're going to put in over the next 24 to 36 months? Now, once you achieve that, hey, if your goal is to make, $100,000 a year or $60,000 a year, whatever it is, if you achieve that in 24 months, great, then we'll just up it from there. What's the next goal? Okay? We're not holding ourselves back, but we will sabotage ourselves if we pick something that is not believable to us. Okay, so that's long term. Short term goals. When you're dealing with a brand new person, you define the short term goals for them, and it's the roadmap. Brand new distributor just bought their gold pack or diamond pack, whatever. Their rank is a distributor. What's the next goal? Next goal is builder, and define to them. My belief system is people come to us, they say, I want to do this, show me how. Just tell me what to do. And I take everybody on their word. And so I tell them what they need to do. You need to enroll 2 people that are active on a 75 PV auto ship or more, and they have to be wholesale members. Okay? And one can be your mom, one can be your dad, whatever it takes, right? Next step, Builder 500, define what they have to do to get there. Okay, well, you can get, 10 customers, average customers 100 PV, get 10 customers, put 5 on one side, 5 on the other, your Builder 500. Or you can enroll 2 gold packs. And when I go through this process, Amy, you've heard me do this a few times, a few of you have heard me do this. What I'm doing is I'm showing the people that we can build our business initially with customers, or we could recruit distributors, which is much faster. And how do you get to Builder 1000? Well, you can, you're going to get, roll 20 customers this week, put 10 on one side, 10 on the other, or you can roll 2 diamond packs, that account, or you could take your 2 gold packs from last week and help them get to Builder 500, or any combination of the above. So there's different ways to do this, but I'm focusing on recruiting and then building in depth. Now, written in your journal, what is the long-term goal 24 to 36 months from now? Okay, all of you have been in long enough that you should understand the different rank levels, go from distributor to builder, builder to Builder 500, builder 1000, bronze, and so on. If you don't, get with your upcoming leaders so you make sure you know what those are, and that's your focus. Now, for our 90-day program here, which is really 84 days, right, because it's a 12-week, Zija cycle, I want you to put in writing what your goal is for this. Now, we're going to be working it'll be a little bit helter-skelter, simply because some of you are pretty well established. You got established businesses. Some of you are very, very new. Some of you have been around for a long time, but you're basically starting out with Zija from the beginning. Okay, so for those of you that already have things going, number one, don't stop doing what you're doing, because what you're doing has created some momentum. But keep doing what you're doing, but then start taking what I'm sharing with you with the mindset of a brand new distributor. This is how we start a new person, okay? For those of you that are just really kind of getting started, I'm not going to try to work with both groups, all right? And I'm going to go ahead and throw in a workshop session here so we can kind of catch people up if they feel they need it. So, in writing, define the goals, your long-term goal, and then the specific goal for this. And I'm going to suggest it be a rank, okay? Achieve a rank. Now, you can also put in there an income, but in 90 days, rank is really the focus. Income follows rank. Now, we all know that once you start getting up there, rank doesn't define income. Volume defines income, okay? It's why a guy like me that's a triple diamond makes more money than, virtually all the black diamonds and several of the diamond elites. But on the way to getting there, okay, income follows rank advancement. So I'm looking for a rank primarily. Certainly go ahead and put down, Berdina, I tell you, even though you're in the car, you still got that palm tree in the background. I mean, come on, sweetie, show off. All right. Now, the second thing we're doing, and most of you already accomplished it, is to establish your why. Remember, that is the critical element to long-term success in our profession. It has nothing to do with, how, what. It's always going to be about why. Now, This week, we're going to focus on creating your story. I have uploaded one, and I'll have a second one here as soon as we're through, and then I'll have a third one before I go to bed. I have 3 new videos, training videos that have been uploaded to my Fred Holmes, not our private channel, the Fred Holmes YouTube channel, okay? If you have logged into YouTube and you have subscribed to that channel, then you received an email that I just uploaded one before we start our session. If you have not set yourself up on YouTube, I'm not saying get a YouTube channel, just log in so you can get notices from them. You need to subscribe to my channel. That way, thank you, Brian. You need to subscribe to my channel so that you can get notified when these things go up, all right? We've spent some time talking about the Don Failla book. Many of you have had this conversation with me. Let me do this real quick, because if we're going to accomplish what we need to do in the next 90 days, next 12 weeks, we have to be focused on the business. I'm not saying don't get customers. That's part of your story, okay? That's part of my story. My first 2 weeks, I got 6 customers, 3 distributors, was able to create enough volume in the first 2 weeks. I completely paid off my initial order and went into profitability. Made a full-time income by the end of the first year, 6 figures by the end of the second year. The reason that we talk customers in our story is because the uninformed or the novice, network marketer, your prospects are going to go, well, it sounds great, but who buys the product? Because it sounds like a pyramid if nobody's buying the product. They don't understand everybody buys the product. I've got 20 plus customers right here and looking at me right now because you all buy the product, right? They don't understand that. That's why we have to do that. And I want you to get customers, because several of you are here because you're a customer. Anthea is here because she was a customer first. All right? So we want to do that, but to create the speed that we're looking for, it's recruiting. Now, next thing I want to any questions about that? The Don Failla first 4 chapters. Let's just stop for a minute. I got a minute. Let's stop for a minute. Any questions? Unmute yourself. Yeah, I got to tell you, the Zoom chat, folks, don't even bother with it because I can't pay attention to it. All right, we're going to keep on moving now. Yes, thank you, Kevin, for changing that. Your name, appreciate that. I've got one iPhone 2. Let's just do this. If you're not sure that you've got your phone set up or your camera working, Andrea, you need to have your camera on. Get it done by next week, or I'll pop you off the meeting. Okay? Ooh, I'll send you to the principal's office. All right, now, what we want to be focusing on right now, and this, I got to tell you, if you regularly listen to David Moses, you hear him say it over and over again. Nothing, how's he say it? Action trumps everything, okay? Daily method of operation. I will have a new training video on that soon, but the old one that I have, that's the recorded call, that's an excellent training. This is our #1 focus for this week, is establishing the daily method of operation. Activity is the only thing that's going to matter in the next 12 weeks. And so get a hold of that training. Contact me if you need the link. It's an audio recorded training, but it is essential to what's going to happen, whether or not you're going to get the results you want. Every single day, daily method of operation. I'll give you the nickel version. Before you go to bed tonight, sit down in writing, identify 5 or 6 or 7 things that will make a material difference in your business tomorrow. One of those things has to be personal development, / skill sets development. Okay, they're 2 different things, but they're the same thing, right? We have to become better and we have to learn more. Okay, so skill sets development, Don Failla's book. Personal development, Jim Rohn's How to Build Your Network Marketing Distributorship. Okay, those are the difference. 30 minutes is my suggestion as a minimum. So write that down. That'll be one. Attend a meeting might be on the list for tomorrow, you know, if there was a meeting in your local area. But the activities that create success, they have to be written down and be specific. What creates success? Sharing our product, sharing our opportunity, teaching others to do the same. That's it. Okay? That is the only activities in our business that create productivity, the money. And so 5 or 6 things. One of them could be personal development time, 30 minutes. I'm going to talk to I'm going to talk to 2 people about the product. I'm going to talk to, you know, 2 people about the opportunity, put their name down and their phone number, and boom, you're there. You got 5 things, right? Now, once that's written down, you then go to your day timer. Okay, forgive me, folks. I was up. This is like too many days in a row, late to bed, early up. So I'm not that brain dead. You need to identify or put this down on your day timer. And I personally encourage you to get a day timer. Okay, until this becomes, you know, reflex for you. You need to have it visible out in front of you. Okay, pre-computer days, I used the day timer. Professional appointment calendar, you open it up, wherever it is, it's an entire Sunday through Saturday, and each column is hours in the day, and fill in the times that, you know, draw through when you're not available. The rest of blank time is time for you.
I cannot and will not do this.
Okay, got to mute your mic.
On their own faces on this. I ain't freaking doing that. I ain't freaking doing it. Boom. Number 2, he's telling us to do stuff that I don't have a clue what to do. I don't have a clue. And he wants us to do tons of work. It ain't for me.
Okay.
This just ain't fucking.
All right. Hang on. I think I got it. Very good. Yeah, and let's make sure we understand, folks, this is all volunteer army. Okay? And everybody is here as a volunteer. Okay? I was about to say, I don't want you to do anything. I do. I want every single one of you, because I know most of you really well. Only a couple of you, though I not know that well. I want all of you to achieve the dreams that you're talking about. Okay? And I only know one way to do that, which is to empower you with what I've taken 30 years to learn. But it's your choice. Okay? It's just your choice. So, anyway, got distracted for a moment. So once you've identified those 5 or 6 activities, and they're specific, then put them into your day timer. Schedule the activity. So I'm going to call up, you know, Aunt Martha about the product at 8 o'clock in the morning on my way to work. Put it in the calendar. Okay? Specifically schedule the time. I have to tell you, this is magic. This is how I was able to make it in my first business and hit it out of the park in my second business. And then with Zija, I mean, I'm not saying I didn't work hard, but I worked hard 10 minutes at a time, 15 minutes at a time. This stuff was like reflex. It's like, you know, shifting gears in the car, right? You remember when, you know, some of you are old enough to remember that when you first started to drive, you had to learn how to do a stick shift, and was kind of like, oh my goodness, how am I ever going to remember all this stuff? You know, engage the clutch, engage the gas, you know, and now, you know, once you got it done, I mean, you were shifting through the gears, and you were talking to your girlfriend and drinking a cup of coffee and smoking a cigarette or whatever, right? And it was reflex. This stuff is reflex to me, okay? It's reflex to me. And so I don't use a day timer, but I schedule it in my, you know, my computer schedule. But I don't encourage you to do that, especially you younger fellas and gals. Get a day timer, because if it's in front of you all the time, which your calendar is not in front of you all the time. Okay, paper and pencil is an incredibly powerful tool. Now, get up in the morning. The reason you do it like this, folks, when you go to sleep at night, if that's the last thing you did, then you are processing that. Your subconscious processes it throughout your sleep time. When you wake up in the morning, you don't have to guess what to do. You've already got it written down. Follow your schedule, work your plan. At the end of the day, do one more step. Evaluate your numbers. Did you accomplish what you did, what you said you were going to do? See, this is the difference between employee mentality and self-employment mentality. 95% of the people are employees. 5% of the people work for themselves. That's why we have to teach 95% of the people we're going to bring into our business how to be self-employed, because they're accustomed to showing up for work when the boss tells them, doing what the boss tells them, take the break when the boss tells them, go home when the boss tells them, and they have no accountability for their performance until their annual review, where they find out if they get a raise or they get fired. That's why the 95% make less than the 5%, right? 95% combined make less than the 5%. We're just teaching self-employment skills. At the end of the day, evaluate your numbers. You either accomplished everything you said you were going to, or you didn't. Okay, then you must do what Jim Rohn calls celebrate or fix. You're going to have to buy this story because it works. If you accomplished everything you set out to do, you must celebrate. It must be some kind of meaningful, tangible, physical form of celebration, because you want to anchor success results. You want to get to a point in time where you know everybody you talk to wants to hear what your story, everybody that's interested joins the business, and everything you do is success. There's a reason why I could dress just like half a dozen of the guys in the room, okay? And we could all walk in the room together, and I guarantee you, somebody who's not in the business would figure out who the triple diamond was. Here, okay? It's up here, because I know this. Now, my celebration, okay? I would jump up, do the dance. Oh yeah, I did it. Oh yeah, I'm cool. 15, 20 seconds. Dancing is a meaningful, tangible form of celebration to me. It had the physicality. Figure out something that'll work for you, okay? Meaningful, tangible, physical. You're anchoring your success experience. If you did not accomplish everything that you set out to do, you must fix it. I'm glad your mic is muted there, Brian, because I don't even want to know what you said to her. Yeah, I know. You have to fix it. And here, this is the easy part, okay? If you did not accomplish your goals, it will always come down to one of two things. Either number one, you overestimated your capacity to accomplish things within the time frame that you allowed. If during your lunch break you were going to follow up on 438 people, guess what? You probably failed, okay? Because you overestimated how much you could accomplish within the time you allotted. The second possibility for failure is you did not follow your plan, okay? That's all there is. That is the only thing. Hang on just one second. Mom, you have to mute the TV. Apologies. You failed to follow your plan, okay? So celebrate or fix. The fix is easy. Follow your plan. Don't be that person, you know, you were going to follow up on Bob from the call you made last night. You're going to follow up at lunch today, and your buddy came by and said, dude, we ain't gone out for a long time. What have you been doing? You know, don't you like me anymore? Let's go get a beer. Let's have pizza for lunch. You know, let's go out. And you blew off what you were assigned yourself to do, okay? Business owners don't go fishing when they're the ones that open up the shop, okay? They go fishing when they don't have to open up the shop. So establish a daily method of operation. It's going to take some time to get good at this, but I guarantee you, if you do this one thing, it's virtually impossible for you not to accomplish in the next 12 weeks the goals you establish, okay? Let's see here. Look at that. So I was doing. I want to shoot my notes. Establish your DMO. The number one issue in your success. I wrote it in my notes. All right, now we're at 35 minutes. I will do a Saturday morning workshop. You know, this is not a requirement. The only thing I asked you to do is be in attendance on Thursday nights. Okay. Would it be of value to you? How many, if I started, let's say 8 in the morning, my time, 11 o'clock Eastern time, if we took some time together as a group just to do question and answer, open format, whatever it is you need help with, advice, suggestions, if we had kind of a you know, workshop or lab portion this Saturday morning, would that be of benefit to you? How many of you would be able to attend? Oh, wow, I see raising hands. I mean, both on the camera and in the program. That's pretty cool. I like that. I can see the raising hands on the program. Okay, let's do Saturday morning, 8 a.m. Pacific. And that's 11 a.m. Just double check before I say yes. 8 a.m. It'll be this. You can just use this same. This is the single meeting ID we're going to do right now for our 12 weeks. Okay, so it'll all stay the same. I'll go ahead and schedule it. I'm not going to bother to notify you. If you have somebody that you're working with that's part of this team that couldn't make it tonight, I know there's a couple of people, and Gio, I know you're going to have some challenges because of your work environment. Oh, you're at work, I can tell. All right, very good, very good. Gio got a little bit. He got a special dispensation. Oh, Gio's Catholic, so he got that one. Okay, good. Yeah, Saturday I'm sure is going to be helpful to you if you can get that one off. But and then this will all be recorded, and we're at 6:37. Very good. These were the things I wanted to accomplish. Why, if you haven't done it, catch up on that. Finish up As a Man Thinketh. The goals is the critical component of tonight, second only to the DMO. Whatever you think you're doing in terms of being a professional in this business, you will outpace anybody. I mean, network marketers that have made 10 grand a month, 20 grand a month, you will outpace them if you do that one thing. Daily method of operation, focused on correct activities, committed to on a daily basis for a prolonged period of time. That's my superpower. It's why I can blow away other guys in the industry, because I'm not that good. All right, I'm done, folks. Any questions? Unmute your mic if there's a comment or a question you need to make right now, because I'm going to be moving on for the rest of the evening. Don't try and call me here in a few minutes. I'm trying to get dinner and videos loaded and one more edit and all that kind of stuff. Questions?
Thank you, Fred.
My pleasure.
Comment. Thank you very much.
Very, very good. I think I've got almost everybody, but make sure that if you haven't gotten on that email list, that you get on that email list. Well, how would you know? Oh, yeah. If you have not responded to a request or an invitation to join a special, the 12-week mentoring program email list, make sure you do that, because I won't be sending out separate emails to the people that couldn't get on the list, okay? We good?
Great.
Thanks,
Fred.
All right, I'm excited for you guys. I'm excited for it. We're going to have a lot of fun. All right, guys, have a great evening.
Bye.
All right,
Fred.
take care.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Fred.